Now on Sunrise, Gresham police bring a man into custody after he allegedly pointed a weapon at another driver, and the incident was all caught on camera.
Plus, a Washington man could face steep fines and possibly jail time after he's seen allegedly harassing a federally protected animal in Hawaii. And it's Portland like we've never seen it before. We take a glimpse at how Leica's newest film takes inspiration from the Rose City.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us live 8 o'clock on your Friday. I'm China Green.
And I'm Matthew Herchick. Glad to have you with us. Rod Hill, Chris McGinnis standing by with a look at the weather and traffic. All right, Rod, so I have an issue.
Ooh.
Because these are my least favorite days. You wake up, you look outside, it's sunny, some blue skies. You're like, it's going to be a beautiful day, but then it's just not.
Yeah. You know what I like? I like a nice start to the day, period.
Yeah?
So I'm happy.
Okay.
Bring on whatever the day has in store.
Right, fair
I
enough.
do enjoy it personally when it's a nice start. We were actually in the mid-40s this morning, coolest start for the month of May so far here in Portland. And Matthew's referring to the changes. Well, here they come. Rain gathering offshore from Astoria. Radar now picking up some showers in the Coast Range. So we will be losing in the coming hours the early morning sun that we've had. And especially up in Portland, could have some showers here before noon today. 52 in Salem right now. Still some blue over the West Hills from the Rose City camera, 52 as well. But there are the clouds and showers at noon, and then later today about 57. Like yesterday, we'll get this much rain in Portland, but only about that much rain down in Salem. That changes, however, overnight tonight. For now, here's Chris.
Okay, Rod, thanks for that. Let's get you back to the freeway drive. One trouble spot right now on the Banfield, westbound I-84. You see a semi there over on the right shoulder. This is just inside of 82nd Avenue. That westbound right lane, or at least the shoulder, is blocked. And that is adding to some of the local slowing here, which extends out towards the Gateway District. So give yourself a few extra minutes there. We've been watching the construction zone all morning, all week, in fact, in Clark County. This is I-5, of course, between the SR 502 Battleground exit and Salmon Creek. Obviously, the cones are out. They've looks like they finished up most of the paving work for this morning, but this will be ongoing into the weekend. Meanwhile, the freeway drive in from the west side is now up to about 17 minutes. That's from Hillsborough to downtown on the inbound Sunset. Matthew?
Chris, thank you. We do this morning. A PGE worker has died in a workplace accident at the River Mill Dam near Estacada. Authorities say the person died around 4:30 Thursday afternoon during testing operations. Power was quickly shut down, but first responders say there was nothing they could do. The medical examiner will determine the cause of death, and OSHA has been notified. Meanwhile, in response, a PGE spokesperson said in part, quote, "We extend our deepest sympathies to their family and loved ones during this difficult time, as we work closely with first responders and all involved to understand the details of this tragic event."
A 19-year-old is now in custody after Gresham police say he pulled a gun on a woman during a road rage incident, and investigators say it was all caught on camera.
Yeah, scary stuff. Police say the incident happened last week near Southeast Powell Boulevard. Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson in the newsroom with what investigators say led to the arrest. Corey.
Yeah, good morning, Matthew. China. Gresham police say this all started as a road rage incident, but escalated quickly when a driver allegedly pulled out a handgun and then pointed it at a woman. Police say around 6:15 p.m. on May 6th, a caller reported that Junior Reyes Galindo was driving erratically near West Powell Boulevard. Investigators say the woman honked at him, and that's when he allegedly pointed a handgun at her. Now, according to court documents, the woman recorded the encounter on video, as what's on your screen, and police say the video shows the driver pulling up alongside her with the gun before driving away. Officers later found Reyes Galindo near Southeast 150th Avenue and Powell Boulevard. Now, police say they've recovered a handgun with a 30-round magazine from underneath the driver's seat. Reyes Galindo was booked into the Multnomah County Detention Center on suspicion of menacing, unlawful use of a weapon, and other related charges. In a statement, Gresham Police Chief Travis Goldberg responded to the incident, saying in part, "Our officers remain focused on holding people accountable when they use firearms unlawfully and put others in danger." It went on to say those efforts help keep illegal gun violence out of our neighborhoods and make our community safer. Reyes Galindo is set to be arraigned in Multnomah County Court later this morning at 9:30. China?
Corey Johnson reporting from the newsroom. Thank you, Corey. Meantime, Portland police have arrested a man accused of hitting a patrol vehicle with his SUV in January and fleeing the scene, leaving 2 officers with minor injuries. The crash happened near Southeast 148th Avenue and Stark Street. Portland police said that the two officers were responding to a call with their lights and sirens on when they were hit by another driver. One of the officers couldn't get out until Portland Fire arrived to pry open the passenger side of the door. Officers found the car that had hit them, seized it, and then later arrested 55-year-old Terrell Henry. He's facing several charges, including reckless driving and recklessly endangering another person.
The Washington man caught on video throwing a rock at a monk seal in Hawaii is now released from custody, but is still facing serious charges. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Igor Miklovich Litvinchuk is now being charged with harassing a protected animal. Witnesses say they confronted him when it happened and told him they had contacted law enforcement. Prosecutors say that he responded that he was, quote, rich enough to pay the fines. Many locals say this is just another example of tourists not respecting their home and the native wildlife.
A lot of tourists think like, this is their vacation time. They don't really realize that this is our home.
His next court appearance is in 2 weeks in Honolulu. If convicted, he faces up to 2 years in prison and about $70,000 in fines.
The Metro Chamber is diving into the state of housing in the region. The head of organization that owns over 1,800 affordable housing units in the area told us that they've moved past looking into what caused the housing crisis, and now there needs to be a focus on what to do about it.
But it's going to take partnership and a commitment from the public sector to streamline regulations and make things work better. And it's going to take some creative solutions on the financing side to get the private sector involved to help finance our housing needs as well.
Other topics of the event included a discussion on what's next for housing in Portland and what can be done to make housing more attainable for people looking for a new home.
Emergency responders with Nestucca Rural Fire Protection say that a plane crashed at the Pacific City Airport, but it's highlighting the benefits of proper training. You can see the single propeller plane actually flipped onto its roof. So far, no word on what caused this to happen. Emergency crews say both people on board did make it out okay. The Nestucca Fire Training Division recently partnered with local volunteer firefighters for hands-on experience with a similar plane. They say it helped them understand the challenges that may come with responding to plane crashes like this one.
A driver has been taken to the hospital after their vehicle was hit by a runaway tire on I-5. Take a look at this picture right here. Vancouver Fire says a tire detached from a northbound semi on I-5 Thursday morning jumped the center divider and hit a minivan. Washington State Patrol is investigating. Well, Oregon-based Leica Studio is famous for films like Coraline, prominently featured Portland landmarks in the teaser trailer for its upcoming movie, Wildwood. You'll spot the St. John's Bridge, Waterfront Park, Pittock Mansion, and Skidmore Fountain, among others. The film is based on a novel and follows a young girl who ventures into a forbidden magical forest in Portland to rescue her kidnapped baby brother. You can watch the teaser trailer yourself over on KGW.com. Wildwood will be in theaters everywhere October 23rd.
It always fascinates me to look at these things and just wonder how much work actually goes into
frame by frame.
Yeah, creating that and just creating this whole digital world. It's fascinating.
The animation world is fascinating.
It really is.
Absolutely. And I'm imagining a very tedious job to do, right? I probably wouldn't have the patience for it.
Me either.
But it's something to see. All right. We are expecting rain to push inland in the coming hours, so we'll lose our partly cloudy start, and actually by noon today have some scattered showers. This is 11 o'clock. Here we are at 4 o'clock this afternoon. I do want you to realize this is very similar to what happened yesterday afternoon. We had just a trace of rain in Salem, but we had over 1/10 of an inch of rain in Portland. So Portland, it's really Portland to the northward where most of this rain will fall. But tonight and then Saturday, the shower activity will become much more widespread as the air continues to get cooler. How about that? Here are our clouds. This was quite sunny earlier in the morning, but this is looking out over the vineyard down in Sherwood, the Salem tasting room camera showing a temperature of 47 degrees now. Other temperatures, there's rain just offshore from Astoria currently, 49 there, 49 in Kelso, 48 over in Bend. It will be another dry day with a good bit of sunshine in central Oregon. Here is the forecast map this afternoon at 4 o'clock. Mid-60s in Bend with sun, dry in Baker City. This is late day evening, maybe a few showers in elevation over some of the mountains out toward the Blues, but really it's mostly showers from near to north of Salem or even closer to Portland today that will be filling up the weather map. 60 for a high, maybe not even that warm. Tomorrow, mid-50s. Could be we think there will be, in fact, spotty downpours mixed in tomorrow. But Sunday still looks dry, 65. And then just like that, we're back up to 70 or better with a run of sunny days starting Monday of next week. Here's Chris.
Okay, Rod, thank you for that. We'll start off with an update actually over on the east side. That earlier crash on I-84 westbound, this is out near 82nd Avenue, by the way, was right there just a couple of minutes ago. Looks like it was pretty insignificant, and we've got that clear, so that's good news. There still is some residual delay, though, as it would take you out kind of around the curve towards Rocky Butte, running a little thick on that side of town. In fact, I think the map here will probably do a little better justice showing you that red line here from just inside of 102nd to 82nd Avenue. So some local slowing there. Right now, the drive-in from Troutdale's up to about 22 minutes or so to get to the I-5 split. Speaking of I-5, in Clark County, 2+ miles of that getting a much-needed facelift. We're talking about paving. They've got most lanes now open this morning, but just be aware this is going to be an active work zone through the weekend. Overnight, just down to one lane between 179th and the I-5-205 split in Salmon Creek. That'll be again tonight and tomorrow night with traffic resuming its normal configuration for Monday morning. But expect delays there throughout the weekend. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Chris, thank you. For the defending Super Bowl champ Seattle Seahawks, 2026 schedule is in. We break down some of the most notable matchups, including the season opener that's sure to look pretty familiar. And from hangover cure to general wellness upkeep, why more people are turning to a unique method of delivery for getting their nutrients.
Want more sunrise? We got you covered.
You can stream an extra 2 hours of live morning news on KGW streaming apps.
Good morning.
That means more local stories and extended coverage of breaking news.
Plus live weather and traffic updates as they happen.
And this is our first trouble spot of the morning.
We have a gorgeous day coming up.
We are live on KGW Sunrise weekday mornings from 5 to 9. Stream on your time with KGW.
Matt, how long is this break in the rain going to last?
About another day, Christine. Again, another atmospheric river hitting the northwest. This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW+.
Well, there was a time when you would only have an IV drip in a hospital setting. Then IV drips became a popular hangover cure.
And now IV drips are infused with vitamins and in some cases skin benefits. Amelia Fabiano has the latest on the IV drip craze.
So it's like our main B-complex bag. Drinks don't come in a glass at this Boston bar. This is where you come after the big night out.
When I first started, it was definitely a lot more the hungover people.
Ivy League Drip Bar's menu, needles and nutrients. Not just for a little hair of the dog.
More people doing it for wellness these days, just to keep up with their health.
Courtney Ferreira is a registered nurse and mainly works in a local ER. She's been at Ivy League on the side for about 7 years.
I'm making people feel better in a different way.
Giving hydration infusions, vitamin shots, and high-end IV treatments a la carte. that promise energy boosts, immunity support, even skin benefits.
Their skin's the big one right now, especially because like some of the things we offer, like glutathione and even the high dose vitamin C, it fights free radicals, that fights aging.
One of the perks for so many, it really doesn't feel clinical, but it's the same stuff you'd get in a medical setting. It's also why a lot of these companies go mobile, meeting their clients where they're at, often in their homes or their offices.
So we have the vitamin B12 in here.
RN Alex Dold started her own mobile IV business, Miss Drip, about 3 years ago. Today, she's getting Studio 78 owner Haley Hoffman all ready for her bachelorette weekend.
As I'm getting older, the drinks definitely hit a little harder.
Hoffman's a regular, though, too, especially working in the fitness space.
I was finding that I was feeling a little tired after teaching a lot of heated classes.
As far as safety, all of these IV businesses have to follow the same standards.
Nurses are able to give the IV infusions, but we need to be partnered closely with a medical director for all of the oversight for prescription.
Clients need to go through medical screening. People with certain heart or kidney conditions may not be good candidates.
We do health histories on everybody when they come in.
Providers stress it's okay to ask questions about nurse experience, sterility practices, and where products are sourced from. So I asked Mass General Brigham emergency physician Dr. Ali Raja about the science behind many of the benefit claims. He says we could all probably use more hydration.
But it's really hard as a person to differentiate the feeling good you get when you get hydrated versus the vitamins actually doing anything.
Still, many people swear they feel the difference.
I think it'll keep me going for the 2 nights out we have planned and leave me ready for work on Monday when I'm back.
And that's reason enough to order another round.
Well, it's 8:16, and we finally know what's in store for the Seattle Seahawks in the 2026 season. The official NFL schedule was published yesterday afternoon, and as is tradition, the defending Super Bowl champs are hosting the season's first game, and it's going to be a Super Bowl rematch against the Patriots Wednesday, September 9th. That game will be right here on KGW. In all, the Seahawks will play 6 games in primetime. That's a lot, including Christmas night at home against the division rival LA Rams. And for the well-documented Chiefs fan here on Sunrise, KGW will also have Seattle's October 25th home game against Kansas City. So, Rod, going to make the trip north?
I used to go. I was saying when I first moved here, the Seahawks were still in the AFC West. They played the Kingdome. I went up every year. That's a schedule.
Yeah.
Outside of the Phoenix Cardinals, which they get the gift of playing twice, a lot of hard teams on that schedule.
Sure is, yeah. So what happens when you finish first?
Yeah,
you get all the first place
supposed
teams.
to be the toughest schedule. All right, I apologize to any of our Cardinal fans watching. But I mean, come on, you haven't been that good in a while. 48 107-inch up in Astoria. We've got 48-hour rainfall on the map for you. Portland, notice this, 17 107-inch has officially been a trace down in Salem. So the rain that came in yesterday was on that line primarily of Portland and then up to the north. Vancouver, 0.2 inch rain. Seattle didn't get that much. But you had 1.20 come down over Stampede Pass in the Cascades. And speaking of the Cascades, here's Mount Hood, and we have some flurries flying, it looks like. 27 degrees is the temperature with a dusting of snow. Snow level this evening, tonight, tomorrow, 4,000 feet. If you're traveling over the Cascades, I don't think it's going to be freezing and sticking, but it could easily be in the 30s with snow showers in the air. And I would check conditions to make sure. I think there will be sticking snow in terms of some inches of it at Timberline tomorrow. Here's the upper level low that's going to be even a little bit of a lower snow level and colder air coming in. And it will feed a boost of shower activity as well. You can see some thicker clouds just offshore right now. Futurecast picks up that as incoming rain in the coming hours this morning between Tillamook and Astoria and Longview. This is 11 o'clock this morning, showing a rain chance in Portland before noon. And then like yesterday, the track is mostly north of Salem, and then especially Portland up to the north. But when we get into tonight, here's 8 o'clock, and then here's overnight into tomorrow morning. Notice how now the flow pattern turns more northwesterly. Scattered showers will pop all the way down to Eugene and maybe all the way to Medford. And this is snow at 4,000 feet over the Cascades. And the bright colors tell you, because of the chilly air mass, some spotty downpours mixing in and maybe some hail showers reported tomorrow as well. This is 6 o'clock Saturday. Overnight, the showers should get out of here, and then we'll have a dry Sunday. Right now, we're starting to see increasing clouds after a quite sunny start. Temperature in Portland is 52 degrees. Here's the West Hills out there working on that observation deck. Last I saw, that was a planned opening of that deck there at the entrance to the zoo in August this summer. We'll see if they get that finished. 50 degrees is the number in the West Hills right now. 49 Kelso, 54 in the Dalles, 40s out in Baker City, John Day, and Burns. Coast forecast, showers are coming in the coming hours. Pacific City about 54 today. Valley forecast numbers. A lot of us may not make it to 60 degrees today. Southwest winds 10 to 20. 60 in Portland, maybe. Tomorrow only in the 50s for sure. And then partly cloudy on Sunday. We're back up to 70 on Monday. This is quite a week of weather coming next week, it looks like. All right, here's Chris.
That looks nice after a little bit of a wet finish this week. Let's get you out the door. Quick look at the Banfield. Earlier trouble out near 82nd Avenue has cleared, and the backup that we had there as well, that too clearing. If you were watching us just a couple of minutes ago, this was parked. And now we're rolling along just fine coming in from the Gateway District. So with that in mind, the trip in from Troutdale has dropped to 18 minutes at last check. That's in really good shape. 18 minutes gets you in from Hillsborough as well. And the drive across the Columbia looking fine over the Glen Jackson Bridge. The I-5 commute, 13 minutes right now to get you in from Main Street to the Fremont. A reminder, of course, we've got the active construction zone here on I-5 in Clark County between SR 502 and the Salmon Creek area. This will be down to one lane again overnight tonight and tomorrow night. So if you have to travel through this stretch of roadway, obviously watch out for the construction cones, slow your speed, and be patient with everybody. All right, China, back to you.
President Trump returning to Washington after his closely watched summit with Chinese President Xi Jinping. I'm Alice Barr in Washington. Coming up, we'll have the biggest takeaways from trade to Taiwan.
Hi, I'm Christine Padawanich. I'm a journalist at KGW, and I love exploring Portland's amazing food scene. New spot? I'm there. So I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. What happens here affects us all, and that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it doesn't sit still, it moves. It moves you to act, to vote, to volunteer, to speak up, or to lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the good stuff that stays with you wherever you are. And at KGW, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Portland.
President Trump is on his way home from China after a final round of talks with President Xi Jinping today.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio said the two countries found common ground on the war in Iran, but Trump didn't ask China for help in ending the conflict. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest.
President Trump given a ceremonial send-off from China this morning to cap a summit mixing pageantry and thorny politics.
We've made some fantastic trade deals, great for both countries. He's a man I respect greatly, become really a friend.
The president praising Chinese leader Xi Jinping. And while there's no sign of a breakthrough on a comprehensive trade deal, he suggested Boeing would sell China 200 jets.
It was sort of like a statement, but I think it was a commitment.
And teased potential business with other American CEOs who joined the trip.
One thing I think that we're going to make a deal on, they've agreed they want to buy oil from the United States.
The president acknowledged China wants to keep buying oil from Iran, propping up their economy, but said Beijing won't give Tehran military equipment and offered help with a deal.
He feels strongly they can't have a nuclear weapon. He said that very strongly. They cannot have a nuclear weapon, and he wants them to open up the strait.
China is Tehran's most powerful ally, but Secretary of State Marco Rubio told NBC's Tom Yamas the president didn't ask for help ending the war.
We're not asking for China's help. We don't need their help.
Secretary Rubio also weighing in on Taiwan, the island's self-governing democracy that China's communist government claims as its own, and that the U.S. sells weapons to deter Chinese aggression.
U.S. policy on the issue of Taiwan is unchanged as of today.
That, as a Chinese spokesperson warned, if the issue is mishandled, the countries could collide or even conflict, pushing the relationship into dangerous territory. A stark reminder of the remaining challenges in a critical and complicated relationship. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And in your other national headlines this morning, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has scrapped the deployment of thousands of troops to Poland. That's according to two defense officials. They say Hegseth also canceled future deployments to Germany just weeks after withdrawing 5,000 troops from the country. The Defense Department has declined to comment on the deployment cancellations.
Jerome Powell's time leading the Federal Reserve is over. Powell rounded out his second four-year term as chair of the Fed board today, 2 days after his successor Kevin Warsh was confirmed by the Senate. He won't be leaving the central bank, though, choosing to continue a separate 14-year term on the Fed board. That term is up in 2028.
Well, closing a multi-million-dollar budget gap is never easy and usually means some people get caught in the crossfire. That's what's happening at Portland State University, with dozens of jobs now on the chopping block, plus the home evacuation leading to a theft, the incident that's killed the tune of a local band.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
I'm Trina Green, a morning anchor at KGW and new dog mom to this sweet guy. Meet Barry. I love getting your mornings off to a great start, whether it's sharing stories of resilience and triumph in our community, or following breaking news from Beaverton to Gresham and everywhere in between. We've got you covered, because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to KGW Sunrise, weekday mornings from 5 to 9, anywhere you watch.
Good morning, I'm China Green. A man caught on video pointing a gun at another driver will make his first court appearance at 9:30 this morning. This happened last Tuesday near West Powell and Southeast 182nd. They say the suspect, 19-year-old Junior Reyes Galindo, was also honking and driving erratically. After tracking him down, officers say that they found a handgun with a 30-round magazine. Reyes Galindo faces charges of menacing and unlawful use of a weapon. Headed over to Rod Hill now for a look at weather.
Boy, that's a reminder, just, hey, Don't mess with people, right? Here's a look at the radar offshore right there, starting to move in to Astoria. Looks like we will lose our partly cloudy skies here in Portland, and we could see showers before the noon hour. 52 is the number. 56 at noon, 57 at 5 o'clock. Like yesterday, the showers will be far more numerous this afternoon around Portland and less so by the time you drop into Salem. Now, that will change overnight tonight into tomorrow, when we could see scattered showers drop as far south as Medford. And tomorrow, only 56 degrees, a cool day, showery morning, afternoon, and night. Sunday should be dry, and we'll start to warm up the first of the week. I've got a 70 or better for a number of days starting Monday.
Good morning. We're taking a live look from our Providence sky cam right now. It's looks a little chilly this morning. Rod, I'm not an expert. For me, it looks like it could be 35 degrees out there.
We talked about this the other day.
Yeah.
You did.
I understand what you're saying. The reality is, in the morning, if you see a blue sky, you're probably safer to say, oh, it looks a little chilly than on a cloudy morning.
I know. It's just it's the vibe. Yeah. It's the vibe.
Then during the afternoon, that flips, actually.
Yeah.
You get more sun on a clear sky day this time of year and you warm up. Here's a look at our radar. See how difficult my job is, China? Good grief. All right, we have rain right here starting to kiss Clatsop County. Hello. We've got some showers over the Coast Range starting to move into Yamhill County. So the dry, partly cloudy portion of our day is going to quickly be coming to an end. Still quite bright, though, at our state capital, 52 down in Marion County. Here's the Rose City camera. Starting to see increasing cloudiness coming in from the west. And after 45 earlier today, we're now up to 52. Nice little rapid warm up. But we're not going to go a whole lot higher. 56 at noon, showers passing. 57 at 5 p.m. and showers expected to be in the area as well. And again, we're going to see a lot more rain in Portland. Salem, you're right on the southern edge of possibility. Drier weather to all dry, I think, down in Eugene today, for example. May or may not be some showers later today out in the Blues. Generally, it's a dry day, central and eastern Oregon, with a good bit of sunshine in central Oregon once again. So this cool pattern goes into tomorrow with showers actually picking up in numbers overnight tonight. So numerous scattered showers around Saturday morning, afternoon, into the evening. Could be some spotty downpours, only about 56. And then Sunday, we're back to dry weather. And then by Monday, here we go with a lot of sunshine back up to 70. And right now, it looks like a run of 70-degree weather with sunshine all the way into at least Thursday of next week. Here's Chris.
Well, hate to wish the weekend away, but that looks really nice next week. All right, the drive this morning, not in too bad a shape. We had some earlier trouble in the Banfield out near 82nd Avenue. That is cleared. That said, we're still looking at about 20 minutes or so to get you westbound in from Troutdale. We'll take you back there. That crash was just west of the 82nd Avenue on-ramp. And again, that's out of the way. We had slowing that extended back towards the I-205 ramps, but again, that is flushed out. So we're in pretty good shape there. 205 looks great. I-5 from Clark County, not bad. 15 minutes right now. I'll get you in from Main Street to the Fremont Bridge. A reminder as we take you back up into the construction zone in Clark County. This is I-5 up near 179th. This will be active and ongoing throughout the weekend. So expect lane closures, double lane closures overnights tonight and tomorrow night between SR 502 and the Salmon Creek area. China, back to you.
Thank you, Chris. Well, Portland Community College President Dr. Adrian Bennings is stepping down from the role. PCC announced that Bennings and the school board entered a mutual separation agreement. The agreement includes 9 months of salary with health benefits and a $25,000 retention benefit outlined in her contract. The school says that contract is set to expire in June of 2028, and if ended early, includes a full year of salary and health benefits. Dr. Bennings thanked PCC for her time there, saying in part, quote, "I leave with gratitude for the opportunity to serve PCC and with continued belief in the transformative power of community." The school board appointed Executive Vice President Dr. Katie Ho as acting president. Meantime, Portland State University moving forward with more potential cuts as it tries to close a projected $35 million budget deficit by 2028.
The updated provisional plan could eliminate multiple programs and lead to dozens of layoffs. Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson in the newsroom with what students and faculty are saying. Corey.
Yeah, good morning, Matthew. China PSU leaders say these moves are about keeping the university financially stable for the future, but some faculty and staff and students rather say they're worried about what these cuts could mean for the campus long term. Now, Portland State University first announced a retrenchment process back in March. Now the university says it's considering eliminating two programs, conflict resolution and university studies, a move that could result in 26 layoffs. 7 other departments could also see reductions, including philosophy, history, world languages and literatures, and the School of Earth, Environment and Society, impacting 26 more positions. PSU President Ann Cudd says the university has lost a third of its enrollment over the past 14 years, including 25% since 2019, leading to a significant loss in tuition dollars. The university says the latest proposed eliminations and reductions would account for about $16 million in savings. University leaders saying the potential cuts are necessary, but the move is also receiving some pushback.
To ensure a sustainable future for Portland State, we must work through difficult decisions.
These cuts don't point to a future that pulls us out of a cycle in which we have to keep doing this.
And PSU says current students should still be able to complete their degrees despite any changes to their departments or their programs. The university will also open a second public comment period through June 13th before an updated plan is presented to the Board of Trustees next month. Matthew?
Corey Johnson live in the newsroom. Corey, thank you. Homeless services across Multnomah County are facing major cuts in this year's budget, including a Southeast Portland day center that could be forced to close. The Marie Equi Center serves LGBTQ+ people experiencing homelessness by offering things like food, showers, and case management. It's seen an over 300% increase in demand for services in just the last year. Now its budget could be cut by about a quarter, which comes out to an estimated $220,000.
And ultimately, if we were not able to close that budget gap by the end of the year, we would need to close our doors.
Yeah, I would still be on the streets if it wasn't for this place.
I think at this point we are very vital infrastructure to the city's trans and queer community.
The county commissioners now are working on a budget amendment to fund the center for at least another year.
In Woodburn, police are searching for the person they say abandoned a dog by chaining it to a concrete block. The German Shepherd was found near Willow Avenue and McNaught Street early Wednesday morning. Officers freed the dog, which they say appears to be in good condition, and took it to a local shelter. Woodburn police say that they have several leads in the case.
Thousands of dollars worth of equipment gone after burglars apparently took advantage of a Southeast Portland pair forced to leave their home after a fire broke out.
But when they returned, instruments, amps, a lot of other expensive gear were gone. Alma McCarty has more.
So we kind of tried to mix together elements of like rock, dance.
Shay Bowden is one half of the recognitions.
We had a few shows coming up this summer that we were very excited for. Kind of one of those feelings of like, this is our year, you know?
But on May 1st, a vacant house nearby in the Belmont neighborhood undergoing renovations caught fire.
4:45 in the morning when the firefighters were knocking on the door, hurriedly trying to get us out as quickly as possible.
Shay and her bandmate Jake Sargent grabbed what they could.
Ironically enough, our first thought was, I hope our gear is okay.
When they returned days later, much of that gear was gone. Guitars and basses, the drum machine, even Shay's viola.
If anyone knows anything about wooden stringed instruments, they're a pretty penny.
She says they've filed a police report, though ultimately the recognitions just want their hard-earned gear back so they can make their music.
I'd like to think that it wasn't something planned out, especially, you know, with the chaos of the fire, but I really can't know.
That was Alma McCarty reporting. Meanwhile, more than a decade after the body of a 70-foot blue whale washed up on the southern Oregon coast, its skeleton will be installed in a permanent display at Oregon State University's Hatfield Marine Science Center. The skeleton is one of only a handful of blue whale skeletons available for public viewing in North America. If you want to watch the display come to life, there are 2 web cameras available on OSU's website. The display is expected to be completed by early summer.
Your time now is 8:39. Headed over to Chris McGinnis for a look at your traffic right now.
And Friday mornings typically a little lighter than Monday through Thursday, and this Friday that's true to form. I don't have any major trouble spots out there, but we'll go ahead and zip around. It's just a prove to you that I'm not lying. Here's a look at Highway 26 out near the Sylvan Hill. All 3 lanes seem to be moving along okay. Down to the south, this is near Terwilliger, I-5 and the Terwilliger on-ramp right there on the left-hand side of your screen. Northbound can be a little slow rounding the curve, but not bad. You're tripping from Troutdale at last check, right around 20 minutes. That's I-84, of course. Let's get back up into Clark County. We've been talking about this all week, the construction and the paving on I-5 between SR 502 and the Salmon Creek area. This will be ongoing again tonight and tomorrow night with double lane closures starting as early as 8 or 9 o'clock, I believe. So just pack your patience through the construction zone. It'll be worth it when they're done. That fresh asphalt's got to feel good. We get rid of the ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk every 20 meters or so. That's what they're working to get rid of in that part of Clark County. China, back to you.
Thank you, Chris. From streaming services to clothes, nearly every product comes with a subscription service, but there are signs consumers aren't pleased with the trend. How subscription fatigue is impacting companies.
You know, the technology that we have at our fingertips today, it is truly amazing. Think of all the photos that you take on your phone. What happens if that phone becomes lost, stolen, or damaged? Well, here is your answer. This is called the Click Free Pro. It allows you to back up your photographs and your video so that you always have them available to you. It also allows you to put your photos that are already on your phone, up to 32,000 of them, or up to 14 hours of 4K high definition video onto this little storage device, which now frees up more space on your phone so that you can do other things. You know, play those games, take more photos, etc. It is an amazingly simple device. There's no cables, no cords. You can connect it to an Android phone or to your iPhone. And because the device is yours, you have no cloud-based storage that you pay a monthly subscription for. You pay for it once and you're done. Think of all the photos that you're going to be taking this summer, the videos that you're going to enjoy. The retail value is $199.99. Our deal price is $99.99. It even comes in a little storage case. That's 50% off. Scan the QR code or just check us out on shoptvdeals.com.
KGW News at 11, tracking breaking news when every moment counts.
What an evening for neighbors as this all unfolded.
Alerting you when weather impacts your day.
Doppler radar showing all the rain over us.
Investigating the issues that affect our communities.
Investigative reporter Kyla Bochi has our top story.
And highlights from the teams you love most.
The champs are here.
The big stories and the facts first, so you can wake up prepared.
Stay up, stay informed with KGW News at 11.
Want more sunrise? We got you covered.
You can stream an extra 2 hours of live morning news on KGW streaming apps.
Good morning.
That means more local stories and extended coverage of breaking news.
Plus live weather and traffic updates as they happen.
And this is our first trouble spot of the morning.
We have a gorgeous day coming up.
We are live on KGW Sunrise weekday mornings from 5 to 9. Stream on your time with KGW.
Well, welcome back. We've got some consumer news with so many products and services coming with subscription programs. There are signs that people do have a limit.
NBC's Emily Akeda reports on the growing subscription fatigue.
The feeder sends a notification every time a bird stops by.
From bird cams to car washes to clothes.
Time for another newly bag.
There's a subscription for just about every aspect of life.
My millennial is showing with this toilet paper subscription.
You can sign up for regular delivery of toilet paper, ink for your printer, even underwear. And while they're often associated with a deal, the pileup of those recurring charges on credit cards is generating a bit of subscription fatigue.
I just found out that Chuck E. Cheese has a subscription service.
Candace Eubanks wants to make a point this year to pull back.
I was looking at getting a new car, but then I saw that some of the manufacturers were charging to use the GPS or to use features in your car. And I'm like, I'm not paying for something you put in my car.
She isn't alone in her frustration. 52% of consumers canceled at least one subscription in the past year, according to market analysis.
What's driving so many companies to embrace the subscription model?
If you go buy a piece of hardware, you've bought it once and then you're done, right? But a subscription, that's every month. And they have the ability to raise the prices at any time they want.
The New York Times noting subscriptions also allow companies to collect more information over a longer period about consumer behaviors. Research shows nearly 75% of companies that sell directly to customers have some sort of subscription offering. There are even subscriptions to track our subscription spending. Tech experts say those can be helpful, along with rotating or pausing memberships.
Threaten to leave, whether it's on the phone with a particular service, or it's in the app, or it's on the site, and you will usually be led to a deal.
Well, the Seattle Mariners are back in action tonight on KGW. They are at home for a 3-game series set to start against the San Diego Padres this evening. Mariners sitting in second place in the AL West, just a game below 500. Coverage starts with the Mariners pregame show at 6 p.m. and then first pitch is at 6:40.
Your time now is 8:46. Headed up to the weather deck where we find Rod and his trusty little vest zipper thing. What do you guys call it?
A zipper? I don't know.
Zipper vest? Is it just a vest?
You said it's a vest.
Zipper vest.
It has a zipper on it.
It's very you.
Which is not unusual, by the way.
I don't know men's fashion.
I don't know if you guys can you hear the wind.
You look great, Rod. You look fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Can you hear the wind in the mic again?
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a breezy week up here on the deck pretty much every morning. And again, it's a southwest wind, 10 to 20 miles per hour or so expected today. And it's cool air. We have clouded over after a beautiful sunny start, and now we do have rain approaching inland areas. So our day is about to change. We're up here on the weather deck, brought to you, of course, by Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking. To the satellite we go, and the upper level low that will continue to move into our area. That low coming up just north of Washington tonight and tomorrow will bring increasing showers, lower snow levels starting, well, this evening to 4,000 feet. So I just mentioned our sunny start is gone here in Portland. The clouds are rolling in, and here's the rain in Tillamook and perhaps even near downtown Portland at 11 o'clock this morning. So a rapid change. Unlike yesterday, the rain is mostly Portland Metro and up to the north of us during the daytime hours. But tonight, even this evening, and then as we get rolling into tomorrow morning coming up here, we'll see scattered showers. Now they're really all over the place. And notice tomorrow it's not a dry start. It's scattered showers morning, afternoon, and evening, including the reason to believe we'll have some spotty downpours and maybe even some hail at times during the day tomorrow. Now the forecast does go all dry on your Sunday. I'm trying to turn my back away from the wind. Here's the rain projection. Basically, if you just get some harmless showers, maybe only 1/10 of an inch, but if you get clobbered with a downpour or two, you could potentially be looking at a 1/2 of an inch of a good rain soak on your lawn or more. Here's Seaside, where it's cloudy, and now you can tell by the camera shot there is some rain right along the coast there. 52 degrees is the temperature. We have 52 also in Portland and Salem. It's 50 over in Bend. It will be a nice, mostly sunny day when you hop east of the Cascades today, especially over in Central Oregon. So Valley forecast numbers doing well just to get up to 60. Yesterday it was 63 in Portland, and today we may or may not make it to 60. This shows 50s with likely showers this afternoon north of the Columbia River up in southwest Washington. And here's our 7-day. So only mid-50s tomorrow with numerous showers around, again, AM and PM hours. Maybe a hail shower finds you. Sunday we're dry, still relatively cool, 65, and then sunny and 70 on Monday. All right, it is birthday time. Here comes our party. It starts with Ashley today. Ashley. All right, there she is, 6 years old. Happy birthday to you. Also celebrating today is Rivers, who is has 12 candles on the cake. Happy birthday to you. Melissa is 38 years young. Happy birthday on this Friday. Here comes Melissa. Also celebrating today is Lakeisha, 43 years young. And we have May, who is 76 today. Happy birthday to you, May. Hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoying a beverage there, it looks like. And our own Brian Matthews, who's normally in the director's chair on Fridays, but Brian's taking his birthday off. There he is. He loves to go fishing. He claims to be a good fisherman, but you know, just conversation really. Brian's 53. Happy birthday to you. That's our list. Birthdays at KGW.com, and we'll celebrate with you. I think Brian probably is a really good fisherman, actually. Here's Chris McGinnis.
He's got something in the net.
Yeah.
He caught something. All right, let's get you out the door. A reminder, of course, road work ongoing in Clark County, not only today, but through the weekend. This is, apologize, the camera's moving around here, but hey, you get a good look for that fresh layer of asphalt that's been put down on I-5 between SR 502 and the Salmon Creek I-5-205 split. Be aware that this is going to be an ongoing work project here, well, through the weekend for certainly and beyond as they continue replacing those old concrete panels there on the freeway. All right, back to the drive in the immediate metro area. We're actually not in too bad a shape this morning. Quick check of the Sylvan Hill traffic moving along okay there. South of town I-5 through the Twilliger curves, that looks good as well. And a quick check of your drive times right now. We're pretty close to a speed limit clip. 19 minutes right now. You're driving from Hillsboro to I-405. We'll be right back.
I'm David Mulco, the evening anchor at KGW. Though when I'm not working, I like to spend as much time as possible out here in nature. So I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. You see, what happens here affects us all, and that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it doesn't sit still, it moves. It moves you to act, to vote, to volunteer, to talk about it, to speak up, or to lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at KGW, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Portland.
In a wrap of our top stories this morning, the man caught on video pointing a gun at another driver will make his first court appearance later this morning. This happened last Tuesday near West Powell and Southeast 182nd. Officers tracked the driver 30 blocks away where they say they found a handgun with a 30-round magazine. Reyes Galindo faces charges of menacing and unlawful use of a weapon. Portland State plans to eliminate up to 52 positions in order to shore up a $35 million budget deficit. That includes slimming down or outright cutting 8 departments. The union representing Professor argues the plan is a temporary fix and doesn't address the underlying issues that have led to the deficit. Portland State's president says all students, even those studying in a program that's been cut or eliminated, will be able to finish their degree. And today marks the return of Oregon Tradeswomen Career Fair at the Portland Expo Center. The opportunity gives students, teachers, and the public a chance to connect with trade officials. Could you do that, Ron?
It looks fun. You get wet.
Only registered participants are allowed in today, but the event is free and open to everyone, including you, Rod Hill, on Saturday, tomorrow.
Now, I have been up in the bucket before doing stories.
I remember that
That's
one.
Fun.
Yeah.
I like being up in the bucket. All right, 60 today, maybe that warm, maybe not. Showers coming in before the lunch hour. Tomorrow, showers all over the place, mid-50s, and then that's it. We start to warm up. By Monday, it's sunny and 70.
What a turnaround next week. All right, let's get you out the door. Quick look at the roads. The roads are not bad, although it looks like in the lower right-hand part of your screen, that's on the I-84 commute. We've got a little trouble there on the inbound Banfield. Right now, drive times shake out like this. 18 minutes gets you in from Hillsborough, 17 minutes from Troutdale. So for the most part, we're in pretty good shape out there on this Friday morning.
Rod, I'm not going to lie. I was kind of waiting as China was kind of mocking your sweater vest up there.
Yeah, my vest.
I was waiting for you to just rip it off like you did your jacket earlier.
You've been very Magic Mike lately, and I don't know where it's coming from, but I don't mind it.
Oh.
I've been what?
Oh, he doesn't know what that is.
No,
Magic Mike?
It's just very, yeah.
Okay, all
Take
right.
it off, Rod. That's what you're saying.
I'll settle for Charlie Brown. How about that?
Oh my, that's not even close.
Google Magic Mike when you get home. Don't do it on your work computer. Hey,
wow.
A reminder, you can stream Sunrise live from 7 to 9 every morning here on KGW Plus. You can download it for free on your Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. We will see you back here for KGW News at noon. Hope you have a great Friday and a great weekend, everyone.
This is Magic Mike, Rod. What's your reaction to that? I'm just Googling it just so you can see it.
Shazam!